Hey, what's up? You're watching Vec, and today we have America's supercar, the Dodge Viper ACR, and this thing is just so fast. The takeoff is just, look at this thing. Look at this thing. It's still going. It's still going. Oh, that guy. I just crashed into this guy. But let me show you this guy. Let me turn this around and show you just how crazy this car can get. Go around the trees. Here, we have a good little straightaway. Hopefully we don't hit that guy. Oh my god. Look at the acceleration on this thing. And like, no joke, I mean supercar. Like, I think that was maybe... Oh, I'm trying to control the car right now. It's so fast, you actually can't stop the car just like straight away. It just flies. But again, like I was saying, let me show you what I mean by super. The 2016 Dodge Viper ACR can get up to a performance level of 999. Now, I don't know that many cars that can get up to that, except the only other car I have is the Mosler M900, if I'm getting that right. And like, I think between these two, I prefer the Viper. Like, this thing just takes off. But let me show you exactly what I did to get this car to such a performance level and a little bit of the tuning. But before I break that down, the tune will be available for download if you want to get this for yourself. If you so happen to have this car and you're looking for a good tune. So let's hit the garage, and while we're doing that, hit the sub button for more content just like this, and then hit that like button to tell me that you like what you see. So now let's get to that tune. So as far as what I did to this car, I actually did a conversion to the all-wheel drive. So we swapped it from a rear wheel to an all-wheel drive just to get the performance level up just a little bit, and then I swapped it to the racing V12. I did try to do a tune with the stock V10 that it comes with, but I didn't like the sound and I didn't really like the acceleration. I didn't like the handling. It was really just unruly. That's the only thing I can like really call it. It felt responsive but unresponsive at the same time, where it would take off, but then at that point there was just no controlling it. It would just like, it was a wild stallion. That's all I can really call it. So I swapped it to the racing V12 and it gave us so much more power, and this thing has the control and it has the power to back it up. So I also added the twin turbo. So from naturally aspired, dropped in the twin turbo, and then after that, I just dropped in all these performance parts, pretty much like the best of the best that you can get. Then I also upgraded the twin turbo to the race twin turbo. Then one thing that I noticed with this car is the wheel selection isn't all that great. You really only have the stock tire options and then a little bit wider. It's not really that wide. I mean, if you can kind of see that right there, it's a difference, but not like an amazing difference. It's not too much of a difference. So if you stay with stock, you're not gonna really notice that much change to your handling or anything. I did go super wide because, you know, you gotta get wide. You gotta get in those wides. And then going back to that, I misclicked on that part. The compounds as well, you're actually very limited. You don't actually have an option of race compound like the regular race compound without the Horizon logo on it. So what I'm guessing is happening here is that this stock compound is actually just the race compound, and then you're just adding the Forza Horizon compound on top of that. And I haven't tested it myself yet, so I can't really say for myself. I just dropped in the Forza compound and then just called it a day on that. I kept the stock rims because I really like those rims, so I haven't done anything with those. The arrow, you only have the option of a wing, so I kept the wing. I would have liked to just take the lip on it, but it kind of needs some more downforce to the back, so I put the wing on it just to get that extra downforce. And then at the end of all that, let's go back to this turbo. So at the end of all that, we are looking at 1,191 horsepower with 623 foot-pounds of torque, which is actually not much. You can get a lot more out of the V10, but I don't think you really need it because this car just with the V12 just takes off. And I think really, you're kind of like weak on the torque, but it's fine because the takeoff, it's perfect. And I really designed this car more for the track, not really for like, I'm not going like drifting, I'm not going off-road or anything. This is just really like my track toy, and this is actually the category that it falls under. So we have the front, the weight. The V10 actually weighs more. You sit at about 51% of the weight on the front, and then when the V12, the race V12, it actually brings it down by 3%. So most of the weight now is at the back, which is actually kind of where I want it. So this is actually really perfect for me. I really like a 50-50 weight distribution, but if I can get it to the back to get as much grip on those back tires as possible, that's pretty great. And this is, yeah, the V12 gives me that. Now, I'm not going to go really into detail on this. I'm just going to go kind of like the gist of. If you want to download this tune for yourself, again, it will be available. So look it up. I'm not sure if this is kind of like universal. I am on Xbox, so you could find it on Xbox, or you could just kind of look up my my gamer tag that you can see right there on the upper left. So just the breakdown really quick. Tires, I'm looking at 31 psi for both tires. The gearing, you can just take a snapshot right here, or pause it and then copy these if you like, or you're lazy, just, you know, again, download the tune. The alignment, I'm going 1.6 on the front with a negative 1.1. Oh, my bad. Negative 1.6 on the front with a negative 1.1 in the back. A little bit of a toe on the rear with the angle. I think the stock is 5.0 on this, and then I just brought it down just a little bit. Anti-roll bars, I am going a little bit stiffer, just because I want to be able to really like use this car for good turns, good sharp turns, so I go a little bit stiffer. Even though it's actually on the softer side, the car itself is actually pretty stiff. You're looking at a much newer car, which the chassis on these cars are pretty good, so it's stiffer than looks, let's just put it that way. Springs, again, also it is a little bit on the softer side for these, but it is still pretty stiff, so I wouldn't go too stiff on these. It is kind of like I would say it's a little deceptive on that. When I went stiff the first time, it was too much. It was just too much, so I brought it back to the soft side, and it's still much stiffer than usual cars that I like to drive. Then ride height, I just brought it all the way down. Damping, again, you can see right here, I'm going, this is almost like about 50%. Then I go a little bit stiffer on the front. The bump stiffness, I'm a little bit softer on this part, and then the arrow all the way up to cornering, because I'm looking for perfect corners, you know, using this for the track. It is a track toy again, but you can bring it down if you want for more speed. If you're looking for like a top speed toy, especially if you're using it for like drag racing, you can definitely go for you can just bring it down and go for speed. Braking, it's a 48%. Most of my braking is going to be on the rear. And then braking force, I have ABS on, so if you have ABS off, I wouldn't recommend going this high, like, especially because this car tends to really lock up really quickly, and you're just gonna fly forward and just go everywhere. You can lose control right away. So if you play with ABS off, be really careful when braking with this car. I did test it off. Like these values are with the ABS off, so I tested it out and then just kind of feather the brakes, so be very careful with it. Then I turned the ABS on and it worked perfectly for me, so just keep that in mind. Differential, acceleration at 55%, deceleration at 0. The rear acceleration, I have it at 84, and then deceleration at 74. Again, I'm looking for cornering speed. I'm looking for something that I could use on the track more so than just kind of like straight sprints. And then the center balance, I'm setting all the power, well, most of the power to the back. So let's take this car to the Goliath and see how well it does. I actually have not, for the purposes of this, actually not the Goliath, the Colossus, my bad, the Colossus. That's my bad. I meant to say the Colossus. I'm gonna correct myself right there. So yeah, let's take it over to the Colossus and see how well this car does. I actually have not done the Colossus with this car just yet. I kind of wanted to, like, you know, do a fresh shake on it. I did try it out in various other track races, but just not this one so far. So let's get to it and then see how well it does. All right, let's get this started. Could use a little bit more grip on the takeoff. I was finding that with the V10 there was just so much torque the car would not grip at the very beginning. So having it with a V12 it actually does respond a little bit better. Maybe just having it with all-wheel drive with a V10 could also fix that. I might have to try that some other time. But for right now, let's concentrate on this race. Alright, that car, I think it was a McLaren? That was taking off. Oh, El Cog Benjamin. Not sure what that's supposed to mean. I know all those words separately. So I am finding that you're gonna have to like brake early and often with this car. Even at 130% braking force, it still needs some time to brake. Otherwise, you're just gonna hit a wall. Let's see, right here, can we catch up? Yes, it goes a little bit wide on the on those turns, but I think right here. Let's see how it does. Ooh. Fast. Alright, gonna have to start braking. Oh, ho, ho. Ooh. Passed by a Mustang. I'm sorry, guy. I'm gonna have to get you up on the inside right here. There's still plenty of track to go, but that car is super fast. I mean, I guess that's what I get for playing on the pro difficulty, quote unquote pro. Oh, see, so if you don't brake early enough, that happens. Huh, it's staying at 108, 107. Oh, okay, it dropped to 107. That's neat. God, maybe we can catch up here. I feel like it's now me versus that McLaren. And this Mustang right here, right next to me. That Mustang's fast. Alright, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, see, once we actually get some speed going, we tend to get up ahead a little bit. I could have braked a little bit better right there. A little bit earlier as well. Using the little power slide to my advantage, just so I can correct the car a bit. Oh, that was my mistake. That's fine, we're gonna get in front right now, watch. Oh, getting passed up. Not for long though. So, oh, we're reaching the top speed here. And now we're in third place. Ooh, not looking good for America's Supercar. There we go. Back to second place. Second place only to a McLaren right now. Alright, oh, approaching the city part. This might get a little hectic. Yep. Oh, again, didn't brake early enough. Oh, you're not gonna catch up. I'll take second place. I'll take second place. The that McLaren in front of us was super fast. Yeah, McLaren 600 LT. No wonder we lost. Those are super fast cars. But yeah, actually, I'm pretty satisfied with this. 5 minutes and 10 seconds. Again, I could have used my braking a little bit better. Like I was mentioning, you need to brake early and often with this car, and I wasn't doing that well enough. And as you can see, you kind of tend to hit the wall. There's a lot of finessing you gotta do with this car, but for the most part, I'm pretty satisfied with this. So there you have it. That is America's supercar, the Dodge ACR Viper. Now, I want to be honest with you guys. I don't know if the 2017 is available. That was the last year that the Dodge Viper was in production, which is actually pretty much like, it's quite sad. Like, it's one of those cars that just so iconic, and then the production ends as well. It's along with like the Mitsubishi Evo. Like, those two cars ending productions was like some of the saddest moments in history of car history. Just two iconic cars no longer being produced. And yeah, that's actually another reason why I wanted to do the video on this Dodge ACR Viper. It's there's not going to be another car like this like ever made in real life, not for a very long time, not unless they bring it back for some reason in its in a similar capacity. But again, there you have it. That is the Dodge Viper ACR, and thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more content just like this, and watch me get more second place right there. I think I could have done that a lot better, but thank you again so much for watching. Like the video if you liked it, and take care of yourself and of each other, and as always, have a good one. Okay, it's just real quick at the tail end of this video, I had a wheel spin that I decided to go for, and I just got the Pajani Hura BC. So keep a lookout once I tune this car. And yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. Again, have a good one.